If you've ever tasted a lemon, used soap, or mixed baking soda into a recipe, you've already experienced the world of acids, bases, and alkalis. These three groups of compounds form the backbone of many reactions in both chemistry labs and daily life. Whether it's vinegar in your kitchen, cleaning fluids under your sink, or the chemicals used in large industries, these substances have distinct properties and predictable behaviors. Understanding them is the first step toward mastering chemistry. Acids are substances that produce hydrogen ions when dissolved in water. According to Arrhenius, an acid increases the concentration of hydrogen ions in aqueous solution. Bronsted and Lowry define acids as proton donors. They hand over hydrogen ions to other molecules. For example, hydrochloric acid in water dissociates into hydrogen ions and chloride ions, ready to react. Sulfuric acid and nitric acid are other common acids you will encounter both in the lab and in industry. Bases are substances that can neutralize acids to produce salt and water. The Arrhenius definition says that bases produce hydroxide ions in aqueous solution. Bronsted-Lowry theory describes them as proton acceptors. They take in the hydrogen ions released by acids. For example, sodium hydroxide in water produces sodium ions and hydroxide ions. Calcium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide are other well-known bases, each with their own industrial uses. An alkali is simply a base that dissolves in water. While all alkalis are bases, not all bases are alkalis. Alkalis produce hydroxide ions in water, making the solution basic. Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and calcium hydroxide are common alkalis used in everyday products and manufacturing processes. Copper, too, oxide, on the other hand, is a base but doesn't dissolve in water, so it's not an alkali. This distinction is important to remember. Let's put the differences side by side. Acids release hydrogen ions, taste sour, and have a pH below 7. Bases can neutralize acids and may or may not dissolve in water. Alkalis are the soluble bases that produce hydroxide ions when dissolved. A simple litmus test reveals them easily. Acids turn blue litmus paper red, alkalis turn red litmus paper blue. This is the first and simplest diagnostic test for these substances. Acids, bases, and alkalis are not just chemical definitions, they have real-world significance. Acids are vital in food preservation, cleaning, and manufacturing. Bases and alkalis are key ingredients in soap, paper, and detergents, and they help neutralize acidic waste in environmental management. Even your own body relies on them. Stomach acid aids digestion, while the alkalinity of blood helps maintain proper metabolic function. Recognizing their properties ensures safe and effective use in everyday life and industrial applications.